For decades, one of the small joys of international travel has been the simple act of getting your passport stamped. Each stamp marks a memory, a new place visited, a journey begun or ended. Those colorful imprints have served as tangible proof of the countries we've explored and the adventures we've lived. But now, an important change is coming for travelers visiting many European countries. A change that means the traditional passport stamp, as we know it, is quietly fading away. You might wonder why something as seemingly minor as a passport stamp would disappear. What's behind this shift, and what does it mean for travelers like you and me? The answer lies in how technology is reshaping the way borders operate around the world. To understand this, we need to look closely at the new system being introduced by the European Union, known as the Entry/Exit System, or ES. The EES is set to launch officially on October 12, 2025. This system will gradually replace physical passport stamps in 29 European countries with a digital process that uses biometric data, specifically facial recognition and fingerprint scanning, to record travelers' entry and exit from the Schengen Area. These countries include some of Europe's most popular destinations such as France, Germany, Italy, Spain, Austria, and many others, covering a large portion of the continent. This new technology promises several benefits. By automating the border crossing process, it will help speed up queues and reduce waiting times at border checkpoints. It is also expected to enhance security by providing more accurate records of travelers' movements in and out of the region. But beyond these advantages, there is an emotional layer to this transition that many travelers might not immediately realize. The passport stamp is more than ink on paper. It's a symbol of discovery and a souvenir of personal history. As the system changes, so too does the way we experience and remember travel. Before this change, border officers would manually stamp your passport to mark the date and place of your arrival or departure. For many, collecting these stamps became a cherished ritual, a visual timeline of where they had been. From tiny countries with rare stamps to major tourist hubs, each stamp told a story. Now, with the introduction of EES, this ritual will gradually disappear, replaced by digital records that travelers won't see firsthand. Some might feel a sense of loss or nostalgia as the stamps vanish, but this evolution is part of a broader trend. Australia was actually the first country to remove physical passport stamps back in 2012, and others such as Argentina and Israel have followed. The European Union is catching up to this modern approach, which is aligned with the increasing use of biometric data in border security worldwide. Understanding how this system works is important, especially if you plan to visit Europe in the near future. Instead of receiving a stamp, when you arrive at the border, your face and fingerprints will be scanned and recorded in a secure database. This information will verify your entry and exit, allowing border officers to confirm that you are within the rules for short-stay visits. Short-stay visits refer to trips lasting up to 90 days within any 180-day period. This rule applies to many travelers, including those holding U.S. passports, who typically do not require a visa for tourism or business trips within this time frame. The EES will apply to these travelers as well, making an important change for a large number of people. Many might ask, does this mean the end of all physical documentation or proof of travel? Not exactly. Your passport remains essential and must still be presented at border control. The difference is that instead of a visible stamp, your entry and exit dates will be recorded electronically. You can still receive other types of visas and documentation as required, but the automatic stamping will phase out gradually. It's important to note that the EES is only one part of a larger modernization effort by the European Union. Another system, called the European Travel Information and Authorization System, ETIAS, is planned to launch near the end of 2026. ETIAS will require short-stay visitors from visa-exempt countries to pre-register online and pay a small fee, around €20, before entering the EU. This system aims to enhance security by pre-screening travelers before they arrive. Taken together, these new systems represent a shift toward more digital and automated border management. For many travelers, this means a smoother, faster experience at the border, but also means adapting to new ways of proving and recording travel. One question that often arises is, how secure is this biometric data? Privacy and security are crucial concerns, and the European Union has stated that strict regulations will govern the storage and use of biometric information. The data will be stored securely and only used for verifying entry and exit. The goal is to protect travelers' privacy while improving border security. These changes also come at a time when global travel is becoming more complex due to evolving security threats, increased migration, and the need to better manage borders in an interconnected world. The digitalization of border control helps address some of these challenges, making it easier to detect overstays or unauthorized entries, which benefits both countries and travelers. For those who treasure the personal touch of a passport stamp, this shift might feel bittersweet. There's something uniquely satisfying about opening a passport and seeing the colorful impressions that tell the story of past trips. But the reality is that travel is constantly evolving, and technology is playing a growing role in making journeys safer and more efficient. If you're planning a trip to Europe in the coming months, this change means you should make sure to get your passport stamped before the system goes live. After October 12th, 2025, border officers will no longer provide stamps in participating countries. So, this is your last chance to collect those physical marks of your journey in Europe as you know them. It's also worth considering how this digital system might affect travel memories in the future. While physical stamps may disappear, digital records could provide a different kind of travel history. Some travelers may one day be able to access detailed, time-stamped records of their movements, perhaps even through apps or personal travel logs connected to these systems. Looking at the bigger picture, the removal of passport stamps is part of a global trend toward digitizing border processes. Many countries around the world are adopting similar technologies to improve travel efficiency and security. As these technologies become more widespread, travelers will likely become more accustomed to digital entry and exit systems, and passport stamps may eventually become relics of the past. Still, it's important to appreciate the memories and traditions tied to passport stamps and understand why they matter to so many people. Travel is not just about getting from one place to another. It's about the experiences, stories, and symbols that make each trip unique. Passport stamps have long served as one such symbol, capturing moments in time. As we move forward, it will be interesting to see how travel culture adapts. Will new ways of commemorating journeys emerge? Perhaps digital travel logs, virtual souvenirs, or other innovations will fill the gap left by physical stamps. Whatever the future holds, the excitement of exploration and discovery will remain at the heart of travel. In summary, the entry/exit system represents a significant change for travelers visiting Europe. By replacing passport stamps with biometric data and digital records, the EU aims to modernize border control, increase security, and speed up processing times. While some may miss the traditional stamps, the new system reflects the changing nature of travel in a digital world. If you're a traveler who values collecting passport stamps, now is the time to plan your European trips accordingly. Make sure to get your stamps before the system goes live in October 2025. And if you're traveling after that, Be prepared for the new process involving biometric scans. Finally, keep in mind that this is part of a broader modernization effort, including the upcoming ETIAS system, which will require advanced online registration and a small fee for visa-exempt travelers starting in late 2026. Together, these changes will shape how millions of people experience travel across Europe in the coming years. Travel continues to evolve, but the spirit of adventure remains the same, whether through stamps or digital records. Each journey adds a new chapter to your story. So, stay informed, plan ahead, and embrace the new ways the world welcomes you. If you found this helpful, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more travel updates and tips.